Okay, guys, I think it's time to talk Marvel. So, I am Groot.
I can rest assured, no way
Happy
you're on the other
New Year!
end. You're my champagne, you make me pop off everywhere like confetti. The sanity is gone, and
Hi guys, I'm Tracy, and I've been a big fan of Marvel movies for the last forever years. And I was really looking forward to seeing Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which I did today, a couple of hours ago actually. And I want to give you guys sort of like recap opinions I have of the movie and what I think may happen based on some videos I watched. I could have like a better scope if I had watched already Screen Crush with Ryan Airy before making the video. But I want to make the video without having heard his highlights and Easter eggs and comic references because I want it to be all me. And without further ado, let's get into the movie. And again, spoiler alert, if you have yet to see the movie, go into the nearest cinema, buy a ticket, buy popcorn, enjoy the movie, cry, laugh, smile, and then get back to me. The first time when we started the movie, Rocket is so melancholic. It's almost like his animal instinct was telling him something was coming or that something was wrong. And I gotta say, until this movie, I realized how I felt about Rocket. I love animals and squishing them and they're so cute and la la la. And I think Groot is one that I don't say like an animal because I know he's a tree, but I do get like that cinnamon, like he was like a little pea. You know, we got to see grown Groot, little Groot, teenage Groot, and now again like between teenage and adult Groot. And when I see Rocket, I always see him like a grown man, but a raccoon. So I don't think I felt as much empathy maybe as I did after this movie, which is actually something that Bradley Cooper brought up on the red carpet, that you should see like this movie and then go back and watch the other Guardians movies because you see Rocket in a different light. And in this movie it was like, oh yeah, Rocket works and I think tough guy, obviously rough life, but they hadn't explored that. After this movie, you think like, oh baby, poor little thing, like, and especially because you get to see like his innocence, like he was a little one, how he got friends, how he got like this sort of father figure that he looked up to and that he wanted to make feel proud of him, and how he basically destroyed not only his friends but the trust that Rocket had put in him, like the father figure thing. So it was really, really gut-wrenching. And when I saw the promo and I saw, I forget what this little creature is called, but in the movie it's called Lila. She names herself that. But the species right now, I think it's like a ferret. If you know the species, please comment that because I totally forgot. I thought, okay, she's from his childhood beginnings, and they will bump into each other. So along the movie, I kept waiting for them to like meet. And when I realized it was a flashback and a memory, that she died, it was like, oh my god, they're really gonna rip us apart, aren't they? And having heard that was like the third and last Guardians of the Galaxy movie, I thought, oh my god, they're gonna kill someone or they're gonna kill them all. And along the movie, I kept having like my heart all, squished together. I was like, oh my god, Drax is gonna die. Oh my god, Peter's gonna die. Oh my god, Rocket's about to die. He's dying. I felt like they were having like my heart in their hands and they were just like squeezing it like it could happen. It is happening. Oh, I also thought that seeing the new Gamora or the old Gamora before everything that happened was a very fun mix, because she is not evil, which is why she helped the Avengers on the last Infinity War movie. I think that was what the last one was called. But you see, she's definitely her own self. She's not the Gamora that we mourn that died. But she does have those traits that could turn her into. And if anything, this movie hints that they could happen again. After all, they hated each other at the beginning and then fell in love. And right now she hated him, but at the end of the movie, they had sort of like a moment when they were back to back. You could almost feel that she wanted to say something, that she was feeling something, but that she wasn't gonna let it happen. And who knows, maybe it's this whole thing about Peter bringing up like Gamora and you wouldn't do that and everything makes her feel like he was in love with her twin. And when he sees her, he just sees that twin. So if you think about it like that, it's probably not gonna be as easy for this Gamora to give herself a chance with Peter. But it could happen. The story itself was pretty well thought, because I think of this crazy doctor who's playing God, who wants to create like the perfect species, and it's experimenting on animals and I think with humans too, probably, because the kids that they rescue were so human looking. They didn't have powers. They did speak like a different language, but it's not like any of those kids, I don't know, spits fire or flies. They're just normal kids with a different language, and that makes me think that he definitely experimented. Who knows, maybe he stole some eggs and some sperm from Earth. He did mention he visited Earth, and it was pretty heroic in a Guardians way, because they did save sort of like the world, because with all those people they rescued and the animals, I feel like it's the equivalent of a world when it decides to go their own way. It was pretty tough. Almost as tough for seeing Peter almost dying in space. I swear in that moment I thought, oh my god, they're gonna kill him. And you know what's the worst part? Like, I am wearing a pendant, and it's literally Tony Stark and Star-Lord. So when I saw him there about to die frozen, I thought, oh my god, this pendant is gonna be of like the followers that are being killed, because Tony is gone and all Star-Lords are dying, and he was like sort of like losing shape in his face and everything. So I thought, oh my god, they're really gonna kill him, and then they lived him. And when Peter decides to go back to Earth, Mandy is trying to go do her own thing. Drax and Nebula creating a new society with all the people they rescued, and Bucket and Groot making sort of like their new little galaxy crew, adding like a couple of familiar figures and new ones. It really turned the table around, because technically they could do Guardian movies with the new Guardians, but it wouldn't feel the same. So I'm thinking they're probably gonna be back on that next Avenger-like movie, which for sure is gonna be about the intergalactic wars. The ones that we heard on Loki, about different timelines being created, and the Conqueror Kong and his other variants that also wanted to control or take over the world. I think definitely when that happens, which is bound to happen, the Guardians will be back to help, especially Star-Lord, because at the end it said Star will return, which we know because we love here. But it also makes me wonder if he can be featured in any of the next Marvel movies, which right now I can't remember which is the next to come out. But definitely I can see the Guardians being reunited on the new Avenger-like event. And especially because in those movies there's so many characters, there's so many themes, so it would be probably easier for the actors to take the time and be in, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 scenes than recording the entire movie. I definitely think they did it right. Like, they didn't break our hearts by killing them, which I'm so thankful for. Because my heart can take more loss. I'm still suffering Tony's hurt, so I'm not ready for anyone. But they did it in a way that was organic. People can take decisions and move on. And that doesn't mean that they're not gonna reunite ever. It just means that not right now. Which keeps the door open for any of them to return in a future movie, which I'm pretty sure they will on the one with Khan the Conqueror. And I do really want to see what they're going to do with Gamora, because technically she's with the Avengers, is that the name? Well, with people that are like the race people, she's now one of them. So they could even make a movie about Gamora and her adventures with them. Kid was out there freezing and sort of like dying. It reminded me of that time that I think it was that he had to go into space to rescue Gamora and almost die to save her. I was like pretty sure that Gamora was gonna suddenly feel like she had to, but then again it wouldn't make sense because they are not that close for her to go and sort of like sacrifice herself. And I think that would be my take on that on the movie. Overall, I loved it. I thought it was perfect for Guardians. And it had emotions, it had comedy, it had action, a lot of laughter because they're like ridiculously silly and yet smart. And I think all the characters really did grow. Nebula showed emotion by the end. Rocket was finally known for who he was, as now his friends knew like his story without him having to open up and tell it. Peter deciding to be like human and give it a chance, and Gozy, his grandfather, Mantis being always a follower because she was right. She went from doing what Ego wanted to what the Guardians wanted, and she did at that time that her solo act of just going and doing whatever she felt like doing. And I think the whole Drax helping Nebula with the new society thing, but it was still nice to see Nebula like with emotions, like how she reacted when she knew that Loki wasn't gonna die. But overall, it's a really good movie and I loved it. And I can't wait to see when they will be reunited. And that would be all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you have any theories and comments you want to give on the movie, or you think what's going to happen on the scene, leave down below. I love to, fan out and talk about things that I'm passionate about, like the MCU. And I'll see you guys around for my next video. Bye guys!